Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fast Travel. Now, my fellow travelers, this is the show where we hop on the metaphorical GDQ hovercraft and head around the world to see the sights, sounds, and, of course, speedruns from different regions of our speedrunning world. I am your captain for this voyage, NickRPGreen, and it's actually been quite a while since we were on. It's we had a little bit of a break whilst various other events were on and things got moved around. But don't worry, we've got 2 episodes in 2 weeks for you to make up for it. So we've got some fantastic globe-trotting speedruns to show off. Now, last time we were here, we were in Amsterdam. We took a trip around Amsterdam and in the lovely country of the Netherlands. We're not going too far away this time round, just a little bit of a drive through Germany, past Belgium, and into the wonderful country of France. France, a country that I really enjoy. I've spent a lot of time in France as a Brit. France is just across the English Channel. Quick hop on the ferry or the Eurotunnel. It was a regular family holiday for me, so I spent a lot of time in Montpellier, Lyon, a lovely small town on the very south coast called Vias-Plage. Is probably my favorite French destination. I have lots of fond memories of being in France and learning the French language. I did a short course on French at GCSE level back when I was just a wee teenager, and I don't remember a lot of it as a result. So apologies if I do butcher any French this afternoon, evening, wherever you are. It's obviously evening and early morning for our French runners. But before we introduce them, France is home to a couple of really cool speedrunning organizations. Nitro Speedrun, a relatively new speedrunning marathon organization. They had their inaugural festival in September. It went absolutely fantastically. They raised a bunch of money to help them get set up, and they've got their first charity online event in December. So if that's something you're interested in, go and check them out. And then there is also another really good marathon group called Le French Restream, and they are a team that restream popular marathons from other countries and in other languages and restream them in French for their French audience, which is fantastic. There's loads of those kind of organizations popping up and doing that all over for different marathons. So yeah, if you do speak French and you want to listen to some French speedruns, then go and check some of those out. But if you do enjoy French speedruns tonight, we have got not 1, not 2, but 4 French speedrunners on the show because we are kicking off with a race. Our first race in the French-developed Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. It is 7 Eraser 7 versus Antoine 16. So it is my great pleasure to introduce them both, and let's get our French speedrun fast travel off to a wonderful start. Take it away!
Hello everyone, bonsoir, bonjour, depending on when you are. I hope that you are ready to see some good speedrun from France. At least we will try our best for the first run today, which is gonna be Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I'm 7 Eraser 7. I'm a speedrunner for over 10 years now, mainly focusing on the Prince of Persia series. And with me, I have the new rising star of the Prince of Persia community with Antoine.
Hello everyone. It's me, Antoine 16, Antoine 16 in French. It's my first Prince of Persia game, and it's cool. I have to play this game and the older.
Yeah, that's amazing. And with us today we have Karim as a commentator. How are you, Karim?
Hello everyone. My name is Karim. I'll be doing commentary today. I'm also a Prince of Persia speedrunner, mostly Metroidvanias. Also do Hollow Knight and Silksong and stuff, but yeah, I really big into Prince of Persia. It's my favorite series. Love this game so much.
That's great. So yeah, this run is gonna be any person, no restriction, meaning that we are gonna go through the game really fast using all the glitches that are allowed in this game and that we found in a bit over a year since its release. It's gonna be great, and I hope we are gonna be able to finish quick enough, because this run is really difficult. And I think we are gonna get ready soon. So like, Antoine, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. 2 seconds. I cannot press the correct button apparently on my controller. It's fine. Okay, it's finally good. So yeah, I'm also ready. So Karim, can you do a countdown for us?
All right. If both of you are ready, let's kick it in. And we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Woo, let's go.
French.
I mean, okay, that would require me to remember French. That was gonna be a challenge. But yeah, so everyone, welcome to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, the unrestricted category, which allows pretty much all glitches. And yeah, we immediately see everyone sliding everywhere. It's pretty much the fastest form of movement we can have. But before we explain that, we're gonna see this cool wall jump stuff. And what's basically happening there is that, like, of course, as you can expect, you cannot climb this wall. But what you can do is that you can slash and bury, and that will, instead of bouncing you away from the wall, it will get you close to the wall, climb it. And next up here, we get to like full arena. We're supposed to be fighting alongside our friends, but instead of fighting, we're gonna be doing another tech, which is called sword hovering. You kind of like hover over the arena and pretty much skip it by climbing an invisible wall again. So what's happening? It's we're basically like Persia is getting invaded, and we are the immortals, the strongest, pretty much the strongest warrior in the country. We're coming to defend it and save it.
Exactly. And this is like basically just a tutorial. Like, we learn how to fight, how to parry and stuff. And we are already gonna arrive to our first boss, which is gonna be the General Yuvishka. So every bosses in this game has at least 2 phases, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 actually, like for the final one. And you can see them switching for Yuvishka. It's when he's doing like his yellow attack, which is an attack that you can parry, and then you get this crazy cool animation that just makes us lose time, but we cannot skip it. After that, we can just destroy him, or get destroyed by him. Hopefully it went well for Antoine. And yeah, this is already like the end of the tutorial.
Yeah, we're getting like an award ceremony here, and then we're seeing Antoine do another sword hover, and you might be asking, like, where is he going? And there is apparently a transition in the middle of the room there, and it takes you all the way to the tutorial boss, another mini boss that you get to do. And well, then this, like, we come here to pretty much one of the toughest tricks that you have in the start of the run. So we're trying to like get this up to this like slightly up, like how would you call it? I don't know how you call that, but basically we're trying to get up there, and you see Antoine here making it finally and getting out of the tutorial area, and that causes us to skip a bunch of cutscenes. And yeah, it's really cool skip. And we have arrived finally in Mount Kaf, where the event of the game takes place. And this place is not normal, as you can see. Well, you can't really see much, but we see a bunch of floating statues and destroyed rocks. And yeah, this place is time cursed, and you actually cannot leave. So here, Antoine also did another thing where we're supposed to like go to the right there and like see a bunch of like cutscenes and tutorials, introduce us to the place, the whole story shenanigans. But using sword hovers again, we're able to skip up and grab that ball and get up to pretty much the third area of the game. Like, we get a bunch of stuff here. And yeah, this is one of the biggest route changes that happened at the start of the run. So that takes us to the area called the Archives. Yeah, Sacred Archive. And We're gonna be going back to the main path soon, but this allows us to progress faster there, because you obviously can get a bunch of stuff.
Exactly, like we're gonna have access to the teleporter that will just allow us to go back to the where we were supposed to be, which is the Haven, which is kind of our camp basically, like where we have a shop and stuff like that, and a forge to improve our weapons, etc., etc. Normally, like you're not supposed to access it this way, but we took advantage of it. Right. Oh, you can also see, like on the top left of our top right, sorry, of our screen, we should have a speedrun timer, which is this game has a speedrun mode basically, and that's what we use to time runs on the leaderboard, so that the loading time does not count, and so it's actually fair for everyone.
Yeah, it's one of the best features that a game can ever have, to be honest.
Yeah.
An in-game speedrun timer, which is also load remove, which is really nice. We see Antoine here, like, pretty much skipping this bubble and getting to our first mini-boss of the area. Never mind, we actually skips our boss, because, of course. So what happens there is actually quite funny, is that when you get into the boss arena, you get like a cutscene, but the door to the arena is still closing. So if you skip that cutscene and leave right away, you can go back into the room, the boss just disappears. And quite convenient, to be honest. Like, that fight would take quite a bit of time.
Yeah. It's actually really, really cool.
You just choose not to fight the boss. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. This is pacifist, kind of. At least like in Minecraft. And for a long time,
Everything is solved, but
this skip was not in the world record, despite being found. But just because the end of the run is so difficult that the world record holder, called Honba, didn't want to actually do a run with them. So because he didn't want to replay like the end of the run.
yeah, unrestricted is probably, my opinion, is the hardest. I don't think we would disagree. It's the hardest category.
No,
And
definitely.
we see Antoine picking up our first like weapon, or like power up. We get the bow, and that causes us to see the first major glitch of the category, which is light. And what's happening basically is that if you jump in the air while jumping, if you try to bow and then bury like slightly before after, you get to fly. And if you keep spamming bury, you keep like flying more and more. And obviously, that's a major glitch, but also it's really freaking cool.
Yeah, it's just so cool. That's one of the first glitches that was discovered actually, like in this game. Like just a few hours after we got our hand on the game. And it's just so cool. So you can have 3 speed of flying depending on your timing, because it's all timing based. That's also why we are running at the game not at 120 but at a lower FPS, because it's actually easier to run this to fly this way. And we get more often like a fast flight. But in exchange, the game is running a bit less smoothly.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but lower FPS makes it harder to fly, but makes it so you get faster flights more consistently, right?
I don't know. Like for me, I have more issue to fly at 120 than at 60. Just enabling the flight, I just find it way easier at 60. I'm running at 90 right now because I needed to do some sword hovering earlier, but yeah. Mm-hmm. At 60 it's just, I don't know, like I just press the button with my thumb and it works.
You also see the runners here buying stuff from the shop, and the reason for that, like we're buying a Xerxes coin, which is like a special currency, which we're gonna use later to buy. Well, I won't spoil what we're getting, but it's pretty cool. We also see another coin up here, and so now Antoine is coming up on a first time power. You see him flying there, and you might be wondering why fly and not just walk towards it. And the reason is this is not actually the intended way of getting this power. You're supposed to to go up and fight a boss and protect it. And yeah, you just went through the back door. And what happens if you go through the back door is the game isn't ready for this, and it blocks you infinitely in a walk right animation that you cannot get out of, and it's kind of a soft lock. So that's why you have to fly and drop onto it.
And now we got our first real power-up, which is the dash, and it's gonna be a bit useful for to do some skip later. Yes, it's not as impressive as flying, but it is useful to be able to clip out of bounds soon.
Yeah, we see Antoine here, and we're gonna see it being used for a lich soon. And this is basically, you see Antoine, this is the depths area. Most runners are in the depths now, which is possibly the most hated area in the game. It's a poison swamp. You get the gist of it. And we picked up another power-up, actually, that is called Piston. But before we explain Piston, look at this. And yeah, apparently some places you can dash into. And if it happens that the wall is separate, there's still a gap between them, and you end up fitting into that gap, surprisingly enough, and just going up out of bounds.
And this is actually so easy to do.
It is surprisingly easy.
Yeah. It's even weird that it took us so much time to actually find it.
Yeah, mostly nearly a year since until we found it, maybe 9 months. That's wild.
Oh, so I guess Antoine should be doing the skip right now, right?
Yeah, Antoine is over the skip.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm too slow. I'm too slow. And actually, I missed it.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No.
So it's fine.
So yeah, this
he's gonna die on Darius anyway. I believe in him.
You just have to hope for it. This is pretty much one of the hardest, but it's very tricky in run killing, is that you have to kill that enemy before it turns around. Otherwise, you have to reset the area. And we see Antoine here actually buying the item what we're talking about in the shop.
But what is happening right now? Oh, okay, it's fine. So yeah, that item. So in this game, we have amulets that we can equip to actually gain some power, and this one is the most broken of all.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing Antoine equip it soon, but basically, since we are not getting any upgrades or anything, so we have to kind of get creative in what we pick up to get our, how do you call it? Firepower? Yes, it's a word for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we gotta pick up the amulet called the Evil Eye, and it's basically you can think of it as Fury of the Fallen from Hollow Knight, if you recognize it. And it basically makes it so, in exchange for HP being 1 at all times, so you die in 1 hit, you get an insane power boost. I think it's 10 damage, which is 3 upgrades worth. It's quite insane. You see Antoine equip it here, and Antoine is coming up with another mini boss. And never mind, we skip it the same way, because why would you fight that?
What is actually funny is that in this category, you actually see the 2 bosses that we can skip this way. There is only 2 that we can skip like this. And so you're actually seeing them even in this short category. And I guess it's time to talk about Shadow War.
Oh, hell yeah. Our favorite gift. And look at that. Oh, that's quite unfortunate for Antoine to die there, but that gives us more time to explain Shadow War.
And
Thank you, Antoine.
And he's gonna have to do a fight, I think.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. You can skip it, actually. Wow. I didn't...
He's too good. He's too good.
You can skip it again.
Same method.
But yeah, so basically you pick So first, to explain the power-up that we just got, we got Shadow, which is position saving, interestingly enough. And yeah, so you manipulate time to save your position and go back to it at any point. And what's happening now with the glitch is that you can actually use it in the transition between rooms, and that causes the game to kind of be confused a little bit and place your shadow somewhere randomly on the map. And you can teleport to that, and it's usually out of bounds. Sometimes it's inbounds, as you can see. It's very depending. Like it varies from room to room, and you kind of just have to like experiment with it. Don't worry, Razor. I'm not gonna call.
No, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna blame the 90 FPS. So yeah, that's how you work to get a power up. If you don't do like some tricks and all, hopefully Antoine did it correctly like earlier so that you could see it. And we call that the walk of shame, because that's actually a shame when it happened.
So we saw Antoine going back to the haven and taking like a magic door, and that takes us to pretty much the second to last. It is the last area of the game pretty much, but you cannot normally like progress through it and get to the actual end part. But using shadow warps, anything can work. But this is also like probably one of the hardest shadow warps you can do, and because it's not exactly a shadow warp, you have to do like a variation of it called whisper. And what whispering is that if a shadow warp sends you out of bounds and voids you, or sends you very far off, what you can do is that you can go up on a wall and slash, and depending on how long it took you to slash, whether if you ended the slash early or late, this changes your position and kind of cuts the shadow short. So instead of it taking you full distance, it would cut it like half, cut it like right away. It depends on how long you've slashed for.
Oh no.
So the later you slash, the shorter the distance you go. Fortunate death for Antoine here, which gives a chance for Razor to catch up, maybe.
What happened?
Antoine just died.
Whoa, you two.
It's your chance.
Yeah, wait. I wasn't planning on that. He was supposed to win.
Yeah, I think the trade is good.
A safety tree, so he's still ahead.
Okay. I have also I also need to take that tree, so yeah. So we good.
Ooh.
So just to explain people, flying is broken, but comparing to shadow warping, it is not, which sounds weird. But shadow warping allows us basically like to go almost everywhere we want in a room, and that kind of totally destroys this category more than flying. And it just makes the category fun.
The only other thing that was like on the level of shadow warping was the zombie glitch, which sadly is long patched.
Yeah.
But that was a cool era. Like what used to happen is that like you can basically become immortal, and not like it's an invisibility glitch. It's insane. It was insane, but it also had the side effect of not loading the game correctly, so you have to navigate through the entire game pretty much flat.
Yep.
And we see both runners here getting to Darius finally, one of the first bosses that you actually have to fight this time. And this is probably one of the most dangerous bosses. Like both fights in this run are really dangerous because you're pretty much missing every power that you need. Like you're supposed to have like double jump and like a bunch of other cool stuff, and you like kind of skip over everything. So you can see runners here abusing like shadow on the top of the arena, like this is basically the arena wall, and a lot of flights to dodge Darius's attacks.
Oops.
Darius also has 3 phases, which, as you can see, sometimes like when they get to a certain health point, they can't damage him anymore, and that's because he needs to phase. Give him a chance, please.
Please. I think I'm no.
Very close here between the
Okay,
two
nice.
runners. Who's gonna get it first? And Antoine beats Darius first, but Razor is not really much further.
Yeah, I was
And
1 hit away.
Here comes a Razor. Yeah.
So yeah, I got an
that
extra
was
second.
that was so good from both of you. Well done.
Thank you. So now that Darius is done, this was the easy boss of the two of we are gonna fight.
Yeah.
That was the easy boss.
That was the easy boss. So that's why the world record holder didn't want to do a run, because these two bosses are just awful. This one, it's a bit okay when you get good at it with time, but the other one is just something else. Of course. Okay.
So we see Antoine here doing like this Shadow Warp in specific is one of the probably the most precise ones, because you only have one chance to do it, and you have to do it from out of bounds, because the door locks, or not locked, it is locked, but if you miss it, you have to do like a backup. We saw Razor do. And now we are actually in the final area of the game, going to the final boss, and of course gonna do another Shadow Warp to get out of bounds again, because Shadow Warps is broken.
Up. Why? Okay. And so, thanks to that, we are totally out of bounds again.
Antoine didn't go there for the super slide, which I'm quite disappointed. Come on, Antoine.
It's okay, I will not do it as well, so that you can actually complain about it for both of us.
I don't know, like, come on, like, I know
I
it's
tried.
like barely a time save, but like, come on, it's cool
What
to
do you mean,
watch.
value time? It's a time loss. And it's fine that it's a time loss. But in Heaven, but it's just not doable. I tried.
Come on, chat. Let me know which is better, saving frames or showing off cool stuff. I know what I'm voting for.
I'm too bad with this trick. I don't want to try it.
I tried for so long. At 90 FPS, it's just inconsistent. Like I didn't get it once.
You're a moderator for this game. You can make it so, like, if you pull it off, you get to see it like 10 seconds or something, just as a discount.
I think I suggested that at some point for Ensalado to actually get world record. So yeah, in our community, you can basically just give me things to eat, and then you can make any rules you want. Like just a pizza is enough for me. I'm easy to bribe.
So now we're seeing boss runners fighting Varum 3. Yeah, there's two other fights that we didn't see. But like, yeah, this is Varum, the absolute super god of time guy. And this is one of the, it's not only a very hard fight, but it's also a 4 days fight. And if you die here, well, it's quite a big loss in any category. And we see this is one of the worst attacks he can give you, but thankfully it is still enough. And we get ready for time here on Antoine.
Okay.
And time now.
GG.
But
Thank you.
maybe a Razor wins on IGT. Who knows?
So today I died twice on Varam 4, just saying, on the fourth phase. Which is something that should never happen.
Oh,
I hope it doesn't happen now.
Okay, get ready on time.
And there it is. Also, time for a Razor coming up
No.
now.
Okay. Woo. We did not die on bar, I'm just saying.
GG.
That's quite impressive. He didn't die on any of the 2 bosses, which I don't know. I die a lot there.
Yeah, so we basically spent 20 minutes saying, oh yeah, this is hard, and then got it first try, not showing how hard it is. That does not make sense. But yeah, what was your IGT, Antoine?
22 and 4 seconds.
Okay, so you won by 29 seconds. Yeah. GG.
Oh, it was close.
Yeah,
It was quite close. That quite close, to be honest, because like out of Darius, you were ahead actually.
Yeah.
Razor.
Yeah. Then I missed 1 Shadow Warp, and I missed the entrance to Royal Corridor twice, and got 1 extra attack on phase 1. But I'm just glad that we were able to not have big death, because this category, like depending on where you die, you can just lose 10 minutes basically. Like if you don't take like a safety tree, that Antoine did, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you die without tree, you go to the depths on shadow.
Exactly.
Shadow ability.
And it's
Antoine was like, I'm not gonna give a Razor any chance to win this race. But it's quite impressive as well, because we also saw Razor fail the vow kill, which is pretty much our run reset, and he had to like to reset the entire area by going up to the tree and stuff. So that brought him quite a bit of time. Maybe if that didn't happen, could have won.
Of course. Of course. No, but you know, like I'm the old guy. I need for the young one, the rising star of the Prince of Persia community, to actually win, to have confidence in himself.
Oh,
you know,
that's sweet.
that's important.
For the next generation.
Exactly. You know, like I did my work. Okay, it has been 10 years. I was here the day the Skype group was created. I'm old.
The Falcon
That's,
Lobster.
I guess it's as they say, because Expedition Soda 3 is coming soon in this event. So for those who come after.
Yeah. Exactly, for those who come after. Wow, that's so perfect, man.
That is so very noble.
But
That
yeah.
was an absolutely. Go on, sorry, no, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I just wanted to add. So yeah, like we basically, like for this game, we have a few categories. This game has a DLC as well. We have categories for that. We have a category with glitches and with no really major glitches, but it's restricted. So like there is something for everyone in this game, and I think it's a really good Metroidvania. I will recommend playing it casually, but also like speedrunning wise, we have a ton of crazy tech. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this show and that you are interested in checking out the other categories.
That was just an absolutely amazing race. For the two of you to be less than 30 seconds between you is amazing. And just some of those scare. I mean, it's one thing to just go, nah, I'm just not going to fight a boss, I'm just going to walk back to the door. But the way you were going out of bounds, and just the shadow skips. Oh, that was like, to see that game just completely destroyed in just over 20 minutes. It's just incredible. Well done to both of you. Have either of you, all three of you, any of you got any other shout outs you want to give, or where can we find you? Where can people come and watch you speedrun and play these games?
Karim, go ahead. Like, you are the commentator. The floor is yours. You deserve it.
Well, I was waiting for you to take that charge, but I guess I'll do it. And yeah, a bunch of shout outs is I obviously have to shout out the Prince of Persia community and all the amazing speedrunners that came together to put this run and make it as good as it is, both in this category and the restricted categories. The restricted category is also like pretty fun for those of you interested or curious. The restricted category goes through pretty much most of the game. It goes through it in 53 minutes, 53:20 or something. But yeah. So shout outs to Ensalado, GMB, Wamba, world record holder for this category, Razor, and Antoine, of course. Our two runners here. And yeah, for me, my name is Karim FSR on Twitch, and I do a bunch of speedruns and challenge runs for this game and for Silksong currently. And yeah, Razor, I guess you go next.
Yeah. Sounds good. So for me, like you can find me on 7 on Twitch whenever I want to stream. I'm not consistent at all. But more importantly, I think like in 2 weeks we are gonna have our annual event called Popruns, Popruns, which is like 3 days of full of Prince of Persia speedruns. There is a break during the night for European because we are doing the tech, but yeah. And it's gonna be our 10th edition this year. So we have been doing that for 10 years. And we got like the Lost Crown in 2024. This year we got the Rogue Prince of Persia. So this is also like a really exciting time for our event. So yeah, shout outs to the pop community, for the TLC people as well. More specifically because like we did this run. But yeah, it has been 10 years of pure joy with some issues, but overall like still pure joy. And we are gonna try to continue doing this. So yeah, shout outs to them. Shout outs to Antoine for doing the race with me. Shout outs to Karim for commentating. And thanks a lot, Nick, for this opportunity. It was a blast.
Pleasure. Anything from you, Antoine?
Yeah, so I love the thanks for the invitation for this event. Shout out to all the pop community for all the tips on the share the strat on all the Prince of Persia game. And that's all.
Fantastic. Now, please, chat, give your appreciation for the three of these. It's an absolutely amazing run, almost a blink and you will miss it kind of run. So if you did miss any of that run, don't forget that this run, as well as all of our Hotfix shows, special events, everything GDQ related, you can find youtube.com/games done quick. So if you did miss it, make sure that you go hit that subscribe button so that you can see this run again as soon as it goes live. We're going to take a break. When we come back, welcome back, fellow travelers. You're watching Fast Travel on GDQ Hotfix. I'm your host, NickRPGreen. I hope you had a lovely break. You got up and had a drink, maybe used the facilities. But we are back. We are just about ready for our next run. Now, our next run is ran by a French speedrun. Obviously, the theme of today's episode is France, but the game itself is actually from Denmark. Which is fine. We don't have to always go with the same place and the same game all the time. We like to be divergent. And speaking of divergence, GDQ has recently announced that we are hosting our very first disability and neurodivergence special. It's going to be on November 29th and 30th. It's an event that is going to celebrate speedrunners who identify as disabled or neurodivergent in any way that's meaningful to them. So if you'd like to apply to run for that, applications are open until November 9th. We're on November 7th. Well, I'm on November 7th right now. You're still on November 6th, most likely, if you're in America. So type !DND in the chat if you'd like to apply and get your applications in, because they are closing very, very soon. But let's move over to our next run. This is Lightmatter Anniversary. This is a very interesting game. It is the anniversary edition of the original game Lightmatter. And here to take us through it is our next French speedrunner, Clair Obscura. Take it away.
Hello, and thanks for the introduction. So as said, I will play Lightmatter Anniversary, which is an anniversary edition of the game Lightmatter, but it's not the Lightmatter game. It's actually everything that led to the final game. So all the projects that led to the final Lightmatter game. And so we'll play diverse prototypes coming from a student project to the demo of the final game presented in conventions and other events like that. So I will start now. And I will try to be as clear as possible. The time will start when I will push the space key, and for more introspection in the theme of the games, I will close the light like this. And we are ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! Okay, so we are starting with the very first prototype, which is, as I said, a student project. So you will see it will be extremely awful, visually speaking. But you will soon understand the main theme of the game, which is to use shadows and light like this to navigate into puzzle levels. So for the moment, it will be really experimental, and it's just the beginning of the concept. But for the people who played Lightmatter, you remember probably lamps and light, shadows, you falling into the shadows and stuff like that. It's already in there, but in a very embryonic state, I'd say. So as you can see, the graphics were not the main objective, but you can see we can grab objects, and this is something we have only in this project, the magnet to attract some boxes. It won't come in any other project, and it's like that. All the projects will have their specificity, their small things they did not kept to the final game. And so we will play all these projects, and as we are speedrunning the games, we will obviously break them totally in many different ways. And the interesting fact about this collection of games, it's that we will meet a lot of iterations of different... Whoa! What the hell? Okay. That was unexpected. And if I fall in the shadow here, I have to do the whole thing back with the ball, so it will be a huge time loss. I don't want to lose time in the very first prototype. So as I was saying, we will meet a lot of iterations of the same puzzle, and obviously every time we will break them in different ways, but there are some of them we will break every time. But for the moment, we are reaching the end of this graphic hell. We just have to cross this place. I don't know why they did modelize this basketball field and everything. It doesn't serve any purpose. I mean, probably they were just testing stuff, but all we have to do
sometimes
here
you just want to...
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to build a basketball court.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes you just get the urge.
I try to explore everything in that place, and there is nothing to do with all these things. And we are reaching the end of our very first prototype. So you might notice it's not called Lightmatter. That's because it wasn't called Lightmatter in the first place. But see you on the other side. And we start with our second prototype, which is way more enjoyable, visually speaking, to be honest. And that will be the first time we will see the lamps, the iconic lamps of the final game. So you may notice the game is more beautiful, still in black and white, but with gray also. And there is still on this prototype, the shadow is a whole thing. So if I fall into the shadow, it's just a classical hole from any other game. There is not this shadow swallowing you effect you have in the final game. And we will meet soon the lamps, but there is a twist, because the lamps in this specific prototype have a very strange behavior that will allow us to float in the air and completely cheese some levels. the escape has been discovered this week, and it's extremely difficult to do, so I won't do it every time because sometimes it's just like 1 or 2 second time save. But there are few puzzles in which you can earn like 10 seconds doing it, so I will try to do it. And obviously because I want to show what the escape is about. So the game's community. So yeah, I will try to. I failed. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go inside the lamp and to take it while I'm inside the lamp, and it creates a small effect like you saw, and it makes me float like that, so I can reach all the platforms and I don't have to complete the puzzles. Here I just used an exploit to go into the hole when the lamp was positioned, so it was more quicker to do that instead of coming back to and do all the paths to go up. So yeah, we are going inside the lamp for a few seconds, not even seconds, but we go inside the lamp, and as we are like in the air, it creates like a float effect for a random reason. And so we can just go into the darkness, because as the dark is just a hole, it doesn't do anything because we are floating. Here there is a small skip I didn't do because it's extremely hard to perform and not really worth. But now I will try to redo the glitch. Ooh. There is a really small, I think I got it. Oops, sorry. Okay. Because this one is extremely long. This level is extremely long, but it doesn't work.
You got this?
Yes. No, really.
Oh.
This should have made it. Too bad. Oh, okay. This is quite new, so... Okay, maybe I will have to do it the regular way, because I'm lost. What? Okay. I think I broke the game. Oops, sorry. You can see my desktop. Sorry, guys. I totally broke the game. But don't worry, there are time saves. There are ways to go back to the levels. Don't worry with that. I won't have to redo the whole level. That's something that can happen, please. Okay. I think that this... yes, this one. Yes. Come on. Yes, thanks. Sorry. That's why I put a higher estimate, is for this kind of situation. I will try a last time. If it doesn't work... Oh, it works! First try!
Nice!
So there is a whole puzzle, and I just chased the whole puzzle by just doing the glitch. But this glitch is really one of the hardest of the game. Maybe the hardest one. And here I just have to put the lamp like this to create a shadow. And we are done with this one. We did the two hardest one, I'd say, I mean visually. And yeah, sorry for the flash. It's Unity projects. This one is a bit special because we have lamps, but the functioning of shadows is really unique because we have to press the E key to go through the shadows. It's extremely strange, and there is also escape here. I just go into the hole, and Yeah, I just crossed the door, just like this. And if I do it once again, I just appear here, and I can continue the level. I don't really know why, but yeah. We can just go through like this. And the specific mechanics for this prototype will be that the shadows are not holes anymore. They just act like walls. So you will see that in a few seconds with the jumps. Here I used the wall as well to go through and optimize the positioning of the lamp. As you can see, I just used the space bar to go across the shadow like this. It's not like the previous ones in which you had to. Oh, that was strange. In which you have to avoid the shadows. Here, they are just walls. They did not keep this functionality. This is the only one with this functioning of the shadows. I don't really understand why. I think they tried to do something and it wasn't really good in their opinion, so they didn't keep it. This is not the only time we will see this kind of stuff. But we still have our lamps here, and here I will try to just skip the whole mechanic of this puzzle, because I can just use the lamp here to create a path, and I will abuse the jumping mechanics here to jump to the end of the level. And this is over now. Okay, this one I have to stop it manually, and we enter a new kind of prototype. We saw the prototypes for the universe, the concept, but now it's time to create puzzles. And this is the first puzzle-oriented prototype. You can see it's absolutely awful. And I think with this prototype, they just wanted to do something extremely fluid without too many glitches and stuff like that, like the glitch I just had on the second one. And they just wanted to showcase possible puzzles they wanted to do with this game, but there are still glitches like this one. You can go on the border of the levels, of the platforms, and you are not swallowed by the shadows for an unknown reason. I don't know why. Here I can position this lamp like this and jump on this pillar like this to come across. I don't think it was supposed to happen this way. This specific level has a quite interesting mechanic, but sadly, we won't use it because there is a glitch. If we restart the level, the mechanic doesn't work anymore, and the cubes are always activated like this. So we can cheese entirely the level. And as we are speedrunning, I just want to cheese the level. This one...
Cheese.
Yeah, but this one is more interesting because this one is an actual puzzle, and the first time you do it, it's extremely hard. There is a way to do it extremely fast. That's what I will try to do. But the first time you come across this kind of puzzle, it can be extremely hard to understand because everything is gray. And the puzzles before were not really hard. It's the first time they really challenge you with a puzzle. But you will see there will be another prototype which is extremely challenging about the puzzles. But it will be way later because we have more things to explore for the moment. But this one has an extremely interesting mechanics, to be honest. I think it's the first time they really show us what the game will be about, but we can still use our brain to cheat everything. But it's just more interesting than before. Oh, I'm doing something risky here. Okay, we're good. This one is a concept they did not keep. It's the only level with this kind of concept. And I can understand why, because the Switch is extremely easy to optimize. I just have to do one left click and 2 right clicks. This level would be more interesting if there was not this glitch once again with the edge of the structure. I will try to redo the glitch here, but there is a very huge chance to miss. Oh, first try, cool. Okay. So this one was really puzzle mechanics showcase, but they obviously did not keep everything. This is a prototype I must play in very high quality, because otherwise it's just too awful to be playable. We still have this level, which is short but interesting. You have to go back there and to access the end of the level. This one is a joke. You just have to do that. And the last one is more interesting. It's the only one of this kind. You have to jump in rhythm, but the geometry makes it not rhythmic, because the intervals will be different every time. And we are done with August 2017 first part. But there is another one. All these glitches are absent from the final game. The final game has also glitches, but not of this kind, obviously. The 2nd August 2017 is here for a reason. You can see there are a lot of landscape elements, non-gameplay elements. It's because they did 2 demos for the game. One with puzzles and one with decor, I'd say, in French. So the puzzles are easier, and we just look at the structures and everything. But you can still find glitches like this one. And you can also find a glitch here, which is extremely hard to perform, but I think, yes, you can go on this even if it's a shadow. Don't ask questions, but it allows you to cheat everything once again. And for the question, this glitch to be able to work on dark structure parts will be absent in every other demo. So I think when they presented this, some people found the glitch. And it's funny to see that they tried to correct everything through the different prototypes. And here I can just go there to go faster at the end. But this one has a proper ending, like this. We just have to wait for the ending animation, and we'll be able to walk through what I would call the third part of the prototype. So the first part would be the 3 first one, so very experimental projects. There are those 2 for the more, I'd say, the more showcasing part. There are 2 of them which are more likely to be the final game, and there are the 2 last which are almost the final game. This one is a bit weird, I'd say, because we can run. This is the only prototype in which we can run. We can also use glitches like this one, and there will be also a stretch mechanic.
Day 236.
Okay, I will let him speak
I stumbled upon
for the
something
lore.
very peculiar today. After accidentally overloading the brightness of the emitter, the light went out. I stood in complete darkness and suddenly felt something quite uncomfortable. It was as if my body was sinking through the ground, as if it was some other dimension.
Yeah.
The feeling disappeared as soon as
Let
one of
him
the
talk.
construction workers came down with a flashlight after hearing the blast. This matter demands my attention.
I think it was the first time they hired someone to do the voice. That's cool. So I said this prototype is the only one with those light balls, and we have to use the light balls to bring them in this machine. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to go there because there is an order. Okay, we can unlock different levels with a certain number of balls in the machine, but we'll find a way to break this prototype in a very specific way. You will understand shortly. I just have to get this light ball, but we won't go to give it to the machine because there is another one ball level here, and we can keep the light ball to avoid all the puzzles and all the shadows, and get this light ball as well. And so now that I have two light balls, I can use one here, and I still keep one of them, so I can choose all the levels using this light ball. And I will just have to go back to the second level I did to obtain back the light ball, the final light ball, to finish the prototype. But yeah, when we found this, it changed everything. For the record, the speedrun of this game started because of a French event, in which we had one or 2 hours to learn a speedrun, and I chose this game, not knowing we would break it totally. I'm trying to do escape here. Oh, I did it first try 1 hour ago. It's just
First try.
I just have to be extremely precise. Oh, maybe I just have to put it there. Otherwise, oh, it doesn't. Oh yeah, I did it. Because we can also chase puzzles like this, and not only by working with the light ball. Anyway, we are coming through, and as I said, yes, we did some runs, and it was on this level. I mean, I chose this level for this event. And afterwards, we just tried to run everything else, and that's how it started. And that's why there are only 3 runners on speedrun.com, and 2 of them are French. Oh, too bad. I knew it was too early to jump, but I can do it anyway. Yeah, there is a puzzle, I don't care, on speedrunning. And I have a light ball, that helps. There are still a few of them. Oh, sorry.
It's always really cool to hear the stories behind people getting into speedruns. It's fantastic that you sort of decided on this and then just decided to all get together and break it.
Yeah. It just started out of nowhere. We just enjoyed breaking this specific level, and afterwards I already did this one. Please. Okay, I never do it this way, but okay. There, okay. I think I'm good. I'm trying to think to remember if I did everything, but I will see it in the machine anyway. Okay, I still have one, and it was the second one because my light ball is still making some light, but for an unknown reason, it seems there is no 3D model here anymore, so I have to bring it back to the machine. And this one does not have a proper ending. It's just like this. There is something saying the end, and it's the end. But now we will be nearer from what the final game will look like. We have this puzzle back. Maybe you recognize it from the August 2017 first part. It was in it. But it's different. It's more beautiful and more polished. But don't worry, I still have ways to break this prototype. Even if it starts to look more like the final game, don't worry about the... it's not glitchy, but it doesn't work very well. It seems it wasn't totally optimized. You can see it. But it starts to look more like the final game. And we find, once again, the moving wall. But this time, we cannot cheese it like we did before. And we don't have a light ball anymore to cheese it, so we have to do it the right way. But the absolute cheesing is coming now. Because we found a way to completely break this puzzle. We had already an optimization, but now we have some... yes. Sorry. Now we have something...
Can we get some Fs in chat for no more light ball? I already missed light ball.
Sorry? Up. Oh, what happened? Okay, I did that. I have this lamp. And there are shadows here, but I don't care. Because for an unknown reason, in this specific part, the shadows do not work. We tried in other parts, it works normally absolutely everywhere else except in this part.
Log 5. Todd is sabotaging my work, and I can prove it.
Yeah, they started to add some lore in this prototype as well.
This morning, one of the lamps had been moved, and the test was useless. I know that it was Todd who interfered with that test. The security tape showed that
I will play safely here.
3:15 a.m. I'm sure this isn't the first time he's done this.
This is almost the end.
I told you to stay away. This is not a playground. My work is too important to let some fool ruin it. Why do you persist? What do you expect to achieve? You're nothing but a vermin, always gnawing at other people's work and getting into places you're not supposed to be.
Here we just have a small lore thing.
What exactly have you done, huh? What will people remember you for? I know you're kind, and you are not slithering your way up here. Crawling in the shadows.
Yeah, they did not add anything, it's just for the...
Time to come into the light. You!
Just for the decor, there is nothing else behind this. Just the end.
It's gonna take a lot more to stop me this time.
Okay. And the next one is the longest one, because you might wonder why the estimate is at 1 hour and 3 minutes and it's already the one before the last one. It's because this one is extremely long. You maybe remember when I said that we would have another prototype showcasing puzzles. This is the one. And this one is extremely long and extremely interesting. It's no time for cheesing anything anymore. We just have to do puzzles. And a lot of them we already saw, a lot of them we will saw in the very last prototype. Even a lot of them that are in the final game also.
Look out!
And we are starting now. So we will have a lot of different puzzles. We will have a lot of different mechanics. I have to have a solution for each of them. I hope everything will be alright, because some of them can be quite messy if you don't have a solution in mind, especially the two last ones. So I hope I won't mess up in that part. You can recognize...
You got this.
Sorry?
You got this.
Yeah, I hope so. And you can recognize this one because we already saw it 3 times. Okay, it's a bit different. We don't have the opening door at the end, so we have to be more precise. But this one is a bit new, so it's a good example of I absolutely have to have the right sequence in mind. 1, 2, and 3. Now I have to activate this one. Is it all right? This one, like this. Okay, and I have to double push this one, because if you double push those buttons, it acts like a reverse button. So I try to do it right. You can see some titles in the bottom right of the screen, I think, and yeah, the game has a big Portal-like vibe, and it's also about an evil company and a mad scientist as well. And if I remember well, in the final game, they reference Aperture Science also. So, yeah, it's extremely inspired by Portal, but with its very own mechanics. This puzzle is new. I guess we will have it in the final prototype, but you will understand I have a very specific feeling about the very last prototype. It just it just acts like a best of everything we saw in the game. But for the moment, we just have to come across this one. And I was saying about the title. The titles can give a hint about what they had in mind when they designed these puzzles. And sometimes it's just extremely strange. Maybe it's like Danish speaking and I don't understand it. I don't know. But for example, this one, moving wall, is very obvious. But some of them, there are tutorials in the title, because it's designed to just show you a mechanic, like no jump with object tutorial is just a level puzzle made to show you that you cannot jump with objects.
It is very satisfying that the one named Moving Wall had a moving wall in it. I think it would have not been very satisfying if that had not been the case.
Yeah, this one is called Light Bridge, and you saw why. It's because I had to create a bridge with the lamp. But I have no explanation for this one. Really, I don't have any explanation for this level. And this one is really interesting about the puzzle. You can spend a lot of time on it. You just have to learn the answer. But once we know the answer, it's really easier. But yeah, the first time, it's a challenge. Okay, this one is quite funny as well. The goal is obviously to not fall into the shadows, so we have to jump when they are coming back to the beginning of the room. I'll try to not die here, and now I have to do the route with the lamp. And the difference is that I can put the lamp here and just catch it like this. So you can see a very, lamp mentioned is totally a mouse-oriented game with a lot of lamps. This one as well is like a re-edition of the sliding platform level in the August 2017 first part. But it's a bit different, more beautiful, more accessible to do as well. We are far from the time in which every level was a nightmare for the eyes. I can cheat this one this way because there is still a way to. There is always a way to cheese this kind of level.
Yeah, more cheese.
Yes.
Cheese and lamps.
It's different. It's different every time. That's what I love about this game. The re-edition of levels, and we always find optimizations and glitches and skips and everything. It's just
we love cheese
every time.
And we love lamp.
You recognize this one. We will not glitch it this time, but we have an optimized way to do it. So let's do it. We just have to do this and to do the reverse thing. We put the lamp in the side. We can put this one away. 1, 2. We need to bring the light here to put the lamp here. This is the intended way to do it. We just optimize every movement, but this is the way to do this puzzle. So we were intended to do this puzzle in the other prototype this way. Oops. This one do not have the platform anymore, so we cannot skip it. So you can see what was intended in the October 2017 when I used the lamp to go on the platform. This is the exact same puzzle. So this is funny every time to see how they changed every level every time, and you can see which level they really liked. This one is funny because I don't really know how to do it properly. The first time I did it, I found this skip, and so I never did it the internet way. But yeah, every time you can see which level they really loved, so they put it in every prototypes and even in the final game. And which one were not interesting enough, which mechanic was not good, so they did not keep it. I think it's really interesting as a speedrun to try to understand how they create. Sorry, I messed up. I was supposed to use this lamp firstly to bring a light here. Sorry, I had to bring a light here. So I put this lamp on the platform before using this lamp to light the switch to make the platform go up. Sorry. So I was saying this speedrun is really interesting to try to understand how they did build this game. And as I'm a developer in my everyday life, just not in the video game industry, I find it really interesting to see as a developer. This level did make it in the final game, but it's extremely different in the final game, and I really like it because it's extremely complicated the first time, but it's actually really easy once you understand how to do it. You just have to put this lamp here, and then it's just spamming this switch. It's really easy, actually. One more, and whoop. And now I will have to do a few menuing session because it's bugged. I don't know why the next level do not work. So I just selected the next one. So the connecting hole does not work. There is a way to make it work, but it's not worthy. This is not a level actually. It's really a connecting hole. So we don't really care. So this level is a tutorial about the light beams. It's a new mechanic. We did not make those before. So you can see we can use them as relays for the light source. So we can use them to make paths in the darkness. We will see soon that we can also use these light beams to activate switches and to open gates and stuff like that. I actually really enjoyed this mechanic. I find it really interesting for puzzles.
I like that they look like little mini Tesla coils.
Yeah, you will see at the end of this prototype that you can do crazy things with these light beams, especially very complicated levels. So really good levels if you like puzzle games, obviously.
Is light beam better than light ball then?
Yeah, they're way better.
Because we all liked light ball, and now we're coming out with light beam.
Yeah, they are better than light balls because the light balls were all glitched and bugged. So these ones are better. What happened? So this is the kind of level I absolutely have to remind the solution because it's extremely long to figure out if you don't know what to do. So I have to focus a bit, but I think I'm good. I think I have it. It's pretty automatic from this point. So, but this is one of the hardest level of this prototype because it can be quite messy if you don't know what to do. But I think we're good with this one. Okay, good. Let's travel fast through those levels. And we're good.
What?
Oh, this one is iconic. This one is really iconic. It's in the final prototype as well. It's a really interesting one. We have to use this to make a way here to activate this switch. Then we have to put this lamp here, so it's directly connected to the primary source. Then we use this with this light beam. We will lose the source, so we have to connect with the one above, and then we can finish the level. It's an extremely interesting one. This one is less interesting, sadly, because we have to do a lot of switch button pushing, and I do not find it very interesting, sadly. I know what they tried to do, and I think they did it well in the final game. I think this one is in the final game. I don't remember well because I do not run Lightmatter. Actually, I prefer this prototype, sadly. But maybe it's because I'm a Portal fan and this one is very Portal-like. And yeah, I mean, the puzzles are really straightforward. And in the final game, I did a lot of different, stuff that are not puzzles and just beautiful. And I find it sometimes confusing. But here, there is nothing to confuse you. You just have to be good at puzzle games. And that's why I love this prototype. So it might seem easy to do this puzzle, but it's just because I know the solution. But you can believe me, if I mess up on this one, it can be really problematic. So I still try to stay focused. I actually not even looking at my splits because I have my splits. I watched them just before this prototype. Here I have to close the door, push the button and go directly inside the door while it's closing. It's not really intuitive, but once you figure it out, you know it. but it's not really intuitive. You can do that, actually. But yes, this prototype is really, really long, but extremely interesting if you like puzzle games. Actually, I might recommend running this one if you just want to showcase puzzles. I do all prototypes because I really love the story behind the making of the game, and this is a really interesting run to me because it's not every time you can talk about game development in a speedrun. I mean, except of broadcasting glitches and skips and everything. I mean the history behind the development of a game. Here you can clearly see they had a concept in mind and they spent years developing it, adjusting it, trying and do mistakes in game mechanics. And it's really interesting to see how they came from different ideas to the one that were the most accurate, the most important, the best one to them, to show to people. We might disagree on some points, maybe, but I think the path is important here. Not only the gameplay, not only the flows, not only the bugs and stuff. There is really something extremely important in this run to me about game design, game development, and just video game in general. And as a video game lover, I really love this run. And I'm really proud to show it to you tonight because I know it's extremely experimental, but I really love this run, to be honest. And here I will showcase a new glitch, skip, whatever. We can go on this spot just because we have a light beam. We have a light beam. We have a light beam. So there is no darkness anymore. So we can work on this. Don't ask questions. And this is actually a good skip because we don't have to go through this to reactivate the switch and stuff like that. So we skip a cycle here. But yeah, there are always new things to discover. And as well, we alternate between hardcore puzzles, glitchy puzzles, strange ideas, and everything. It's actually really complete as a game. This prototype is actually really competent as a game. I really don't know if it's the way they wanted us to do, but I always did it this way, so let's do it like this. I just have to whoa! Oh, that's strange. Oh, I messed up. I forgot. Okay. That's why you have to know your level by heart, because if you don't know what's happening, it can be really, really stressful to not know what happens, and you are just looking the puzzle and you are like, what did I do wrong? And here I knew exactly what was the problem because it happened to me before. I was just extremely surprised to see it happen on this situation. And here comes another exploit, a new one. I can do this and it works. I am almost sure it wasn't the intended way. Really, I am almost sure it was not meant to be done this way. Yeah, let's do it this way. And we are almost at the end of this prototype already. I'm not sure how many puzzles left. It might be something like 5, something like that. Okay, it's 3. Now I know exactly where am I. This puzzle is interesting. It will be actually the very last puzzle of the game in the next prototype. And it's so good, it's not even changed. in the last prototype. Just the complexity is alright. The execution is great. It's really one of the best puzzles of the game. It's just full optimization. Here you could be tempted to just push the button, but if you do it, you just die. It's really, you have to think. And it's not overly complex. It's not like the next two and the final two puzzles from this prototype, which are extremely hard, but really extremely hard. The last one, more precisely, can be a big problem. Now I think I've perfected it, but for a very long time it was a big problem because we have this moving platform. We have to use it to get this second light beam, and then we have to use the light beams to get across the structure. So to do that, we have to position this one here, do one movement, then I have to do this, to take this one to the other side, to connect everything, and to get it there. Because if you don't mind, you cannot come across here because there is a surprise darkness at the end. But anyway, we are coming to the very last level of this prototype. Obviously, the last one will not be as long. It's like 7-8 minutes long. This one is really the longest one. Okay, I have to get this one here. I just have to focus because I really don't want to mess up this one. Okay, now I push this button. I have to put that light beam here. And now this is the moment it will be complicated. I have to get this one to put it there. Then I have to come across here to take this light beam. I know it seems weird because I have two light beams at the same place, but believe me, oh, I think I messed up. What did I just... Oh, I was right. Too bad. Okay, I think I'm right. I just have to take this one in the structure here. Okay, that's why I had to focus. It's really extremely easy to mess up for this puzzle. But we are done with this prototype here. Yep, we're done. It's time for the very last one, the August 2018. It's the last one. It takes like 10 minutes. No, not
some of those got really complex towards the end, man.
Yeah,
and I see. By this point, they have actually decided on the name Lightmatter.
Yeah,
which is quite a walk. You get to an elevator.
I don't remember when did they change the name of the game. I don't remember. I think it was in the October 2017, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the final segment. You can see there is way more decor and decorative stuff in general. There is this kind of white things we can go on. I think it's beautiful. I like this one as well. There are new puzzles as well. This one, it's a new one. Not very hard to do. It made it to the final game. I remember this one. But
I guess we're gonna be stuck here.
I know it's almost a demo of the final game, but there are still glitches and exploits like this one. There is a puzzle that we don't care we can come across this way.
Those who walk into it, you don't get back out.
Yeah, speedrunners always find a way.
Well, about this. Okay.
More cheese!
Camera.
Yeah, we are like 2 active runners on the game, and we found all those glitches. We went a bit hardcore on the running of this game.
That was a big.
It was a bit extreme, probably, but yeah. Like we say in French, quand on aime, on ne compte pas, which I would translate as when we like it, we do not count. So yeah, we spent a lot of hours just glitching this game and trying stuff, and this is an open call to join us to run this game because it is free. I did not tell it, or I think it is free on Steam. So come and join us destroying Unity projects. Or maybe we are only just crazy for just liking destroying Unity projects. I don't know.
It is also worth grabbing the main game as well. If you're a big fan of dialogue-based story games, you get to listen to the dulcet tones of David Bateson, aka Agent 47, as one of the main characters in the main game.
Yeah, actually there is something interesting in the voices we heard in the previous prototypes. I think one of them is the guy we hear in the cassettes recordings in the final game. So the guy which is supposedly dead in the final game is the voice we hear in the prototype. It's quite a funny trivia. If you want some trivia about the game.
That'll certainly save on some costs.
And we already saw this puzzle somewhere. Obviously, there are few new puzzles in this prototype, but mostly it's puzzles we did already, but they are not better than ever, like this one. But we still have a way to destroy it. Like I said, speedrunners always find a way. Yep. Okay, and I'm giving a quick look at my splits. Obviously, it will not be a PB because of the bug on the second prototype, and it's probably because of this bug it won't be a PB, to be honest. Because we are like 1 minute, not even 1 minute away from my PB, which is 70. No, obviously 59 minutes and 10 seconds or something like this. So it will be probably a sub 1 hour, maybe. Let's hope so. But yeah, anyway, we will be under the estimate, so that's a good thing. That's what I was afraid of, because the fact those are unfinished Unity projects, sometimes you can have crashes and bugs, as you witnessed it, and sometimes it can be really hard to come back to where you were. So we were lucky, and that's good. We already saw this level. They just deleted something to give more accessibility and to make the puzzle more fluid to solve. This one as well, we saw it. In the one after will be the very last one puzzle of the game, and the time will be when you will see a black screen with a thank you for playing written, because it was still a demo, so no proper ending, just thank you for playing our game. So we are coming to the end, and the last puzzle is coming now. We saw it before. This one. And it's almost exactly the same one. Okay. Okay, now my objective is to do a sub 1 hour run. Let's hope so. It's still possible, I think. Some last adjustments, last puzzles, switches and everything. We're almost done with the run. Whoa! Was a bit too quick on this one. And it will not be a sub 1 hour, but anyway. I did a few mistakes here, so still a good time, to be honest. Up. And the time will come now. Woo! 1 hour and 20 seconds. So that was Lightmatter Anniversary.
Fantastic.
A big travel into game development, demos, prototypes, ideas, kept ideas, and everything. Thank you so much for having this run anyway on GDQ and on Fast Travel. It was the very first time I was presenting this run in an event. So really thank you, because I really wanted to showcase this run. I really love it because I almost built this run. And it's a run I find really extremely interesting. And yeah, I'm extremely proud to have this run done. Thank you so much.
And that was absolutely fantastic. Loads of GGs in chat saying, really, really cool, interesting game. And I can't not agree. It's really fascinating. If you look at sort of those final prototypes and then think all the way back to the first couple of prototypes you did, and you see how the game evolved and developed. As I say, those final prototypes are kind of similar to what the final game then ended up looking like. Yes. It's really, really interesting way of seeing a game develop like that. So thank you so much for bringing this to Fast Travel. Where can everyone see you in the future? What are you up to?
I'm running in a lot of events because I'm a bit compulsive at submitting speedruns to events. And you can see me in my Twitch channel, speedrunning stuff, mostly. I think I will grind some Clonoir runs during the next week, for example. And I'm also making music. You can find my music as well on, by typing Clair de la Ligne, because that's also the formula I found for the Bandcamps and SoundCloud and stuff. So let's give it here if you want. And also, I can give last detail about Lightmatter Anniversary. The first prototype was made in 2013, and the last one was in 2018, and the final game was released in 2020, to give some context.
That's a lot of content over a lot of time. This has been fascinating to watch. So thank you so much. Chat, please give it up for Clair de la Ligne. That was amazing. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, and you want to get more involved with the GDQ community. Hello, fellow travelers. Welcome back to Fast Travel, our French edition. For today, we have had Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and we've just had a very interesting look at Lightmatter Anniversary, but we've still got one more French game and one more French speedrunner coming up. Before we go to that, I do want to remind people that Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 is going to be live in Pittsburgh from January 4th to 10th. And of course, the games list is now out. Congratulations to everyone who got in. Really, really looking forward to seeing it. So be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. visit gdq.gg for more information and make sure you get signed up soon. All right, here we go. Our final run of today's Fast Travel show. One of the absolute darlings of this year's release calendar. The French developer, Sandfall Interactive, has created an RPG masterpiece. And we have name or nickname here to completely destroy it. It's Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm name or nickname. And I will be destroying the game like Nick just told us. And it's really a delight to be able to do that in front of so much people. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will have two commentators with me, Eluvan and Pete Watson. Thank you both for coming in.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eluvan. Basically, I run the game for a week, but I'm a huge Clair Obscura enjoyer.
Pete? No, okay.
And a skilled speedrunner, right? Hello, I'm Pete Swanson. I'm a Clair Obscura speedrunner. I focused mainly on the restricted category. Nickname's running unrestricted. There's four major categories people have ran for this game. There's expert glitchless and story glitchless. Expert and story being the two different difficulties. Glitchless doesn't allow any skips or glitches, like out-of-bounds skips. Restricted allows all the skips and wrong warping, but doesn't allow the stat glitch. And unrestricted, which Name will be showcasing today, allows everything. And his world record is 51 minutes, or around a little under 51
Less than
minutes.
51 now, yeah.
Yeah. So, everything has been told, so let's get into the game. So story, and I will be starting the game in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. So story is the easiest difficulty because we have a bit of fighting and we'd rather go for easiest time. And we are gonna start the game with a really hard skip, the windmill skip. I'm gonna let Pete explain what it does.
So, Clair Obscura starts with a prologue where you have to follow Maël, go meet Sophie. You can skip all that and save 2.5 minutes by a very precise skip here.
Ready to see
with the windmill.
Yeah, been ready.
Oh,
I will do one try.
That was so close.
So it's quite tough. You lose a lot of time. We have to run. So we have
we're gonna keep going. So the issue with windmill is that there's only one specific blade that you're able to climb up on, and like I was saying, it's extremely precise. It takes 18 seconds for that same blade to come back around. So every attempt would take 18 seconds, and Name went for it once. That was actually very close. He stuck the landing, got the climb on the blade a little bit. That's the first hard part. But the second hard part is like successfully navigating on top of the blade and then climbing on top of this 40-foot invisible wall. And then you jump down next to the harbor directly and immediately trigger the gommage.
We are gonna use this time to explain a bit of the story. So we play Gustave right there. We are in the world of Lumière, which is being hit every year by the Pentress, which is a big statue we're gonna see later. This statue activates every year to basically gommage, so erase a generation of people from oldest to youngest, and we erase the 34th soon, and then 33 for the next year, which is the name of the game. And we want that to stop, so we want to go on an expedition to beat the Paintress.
Yeah, the game really paints a picture of impending doom very well. All the 33-year-olds evaporate before your eyes at the start of the game, in a cutscene that's made me cry several times.
Oh yeah, that cutscene is so sad, but so well done. There are plenty of music in the game and cutscene. It's a really good game. You should definitely play it if you haven't played it.
Yeah, but the only problem with this story is that it tells us that 33 and more are really old. So I'm not agreeing with that. That's really weird.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That all. So we get to play Sophie though, which we don't really see that often. If you're looking for the world record, you won't see Sophie because then the windmill skip is done.
Mostly.
Yes.
But I can't stress how hard. I can't stress enough how hard windmill skip is. Like, yeah, runners will often reset for 10 plus minutes, 10, 20 minutes just to get one windmill.
It's really not
at the
marathon
top,
safe.
like the best runners, like Nickname, do get it relatively often, like within 5 minutes. But it's still just very finicky and precise, and it's weird. Like what you have to do during climbing the windmill depends on exactly like what frame you jump onto it, and where you land on the blade. It's a cursed trick, but fortunately it's at the very start of the run, so it's not bad to grind for and PB attempts.
So right there we are back to if the windmill worked, so we are back on track. We're gonna skip all the animations, even though they are really good. We're gonna skip that to gain some time, and we have a few things to do here before going on the expedition. First of all, talking to the Gustav apprentice to get the journal.
Gustav, we got something for you.
10 seconds looking at a book. We can't skip that, by the way.
For your
Yeah, it's really long.
Oh,
I shall. I can do that.
I promise.
And then you will have to speak to Mael. And there is a tricky things to do with Mael because we tend to mash the buttons to skip the dialogue, but we don't need to do that on Mael because at the end we have the choice between yes or no to practice training with her. If we say yes by mistake, we go in fighting and we lose a lot of time. So we have to be careful and press no.
Well done. Was really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well done.
Just so that's a run killer there. For real. It's really
that's definitely harder than windmill.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but imagine landing windmill and then saying yes to my...
Okay, so we head to Emma, which is Gustav's sister, and then we are going to the expedition. So we're gonna go on boat to the island. You can see the paint trace in the back. We're gonna go on boat, but there are gonna be some issues which we won't see because animations we skip. But an old guy, which is weird because we already said that old guys are supposed to die, is gonna attack us and clear all the expedition. So it's only Gustav here in this new area.
Exactly, and we will do our second fight, which should be the first one in Unrestricted, but basically during a fight it's a turn-based JRPG, so it's I go, you go, etc., etc. And we have multiple ways to do damage by attacking, by shooting, by using a skill, or we can use it. Here we will shoot 2 times, attack, and the counter. Because we can also counter the attack.
Shooting not his weak spot is actually faster in this fight because when you shoot his weak point, a slowdown happens. Exactly. And you can get enough damage just from shooting his body and attacking.
And you could see an interesting thing that won't be happening a lot in any percent unrestricted, but the enemy we fought had 2 types of attack, the slow one and the fast one. Unfortunately, he did the slow one, which loses 2 seconds. It's completely RNG, but it happens.
Yeah, just so you know, in unrestricted, we got like 2 fights with RNG, so I just lost 1 of the 2 fights. That's really sad.
That's sad.
Yeah, Unrestricted has very little RNG. It is pretty much entirely skill except for the big RNG roll at Lampmaster. We need Lampmaster to use 1 specific move out of 4.
Yeah.
On his second phase, ideally.
Like 20 seconds. Well, we'll get.
It's like the 15-second difference, or 10 seconds, or something.
10 to 12, it depends. But yes, it's mostly 10 seconds.
And there we get a new character because Gustav is tired, resting, and then Loon appears to him. And so now there are 2 players in the expedition, and Loon is going to be a quite interesting character for our next part coming in.
Yeah. So that fight we just had is the last normal fight you will see today.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Right now,
normal
Name is going to execute the stat glitch and get thousands of luck because Loon's weapon scales with luck.
All right, get ready. It's gonna be fun. Oh, here we can say that you are jumping before going crouching under the ledge. Well, it saves a few frames.
He's going to open the pause menu and interact with the flag at the same time twice. And then give himself some might. And then cancel out. And then in a certain way so that the stat menu stays on the screen. So he's able, not only are the stats glitched because of what he did, but he's able to do all his movement while he's continuing this process. He gets negative might, 99 agility, defense, and luck, confirms it, and then gets about 55,000 luck. And then in order to finish the process, you'll see he has negative 54,000 points available right now. He needs to get that back to 0. So he's going to give himself about negative 54,000 defense. And then he'll be able to confirm just before the Flyers fight. 54,000 luck is a very specific number that he goes for here because he's able to do it before he gets to this fight, and it'll be just enough for Loon to one-shot Francois later in the run.
Yeah, later in the game. But here you're gonna see in action what it does. Obviously, the menu is quite broken, but it destroys
clean.
And the funny T-pose. Just
so that only happens in unrestricted. Loon's T-pose exiting the fight just because it's so fast, I assume.
Yeah,
the game doesn't know what to do.
It's like, yeah, man, you're going faster than you should do. Oh yeah, from now on it's big damage, guys. So sorry.
Yeah, we have huge damage, but it's gonna be seen later. But we are still locked in damage at 10,000 marks for now, even if we have a huge stats. So currently it's okay because enemies are not really tough, but later on it's gonna be interesting to see what strategy you use to beat the enemies.
Exactly. And now for our next move, we will pick one picto, which are basically accessories with stats and a passive. And we pick one which calls Dead Energy 2. Spoiler.
Little mini skip here.
Yeah.
Jump and punch cancel to stop yourself from rolling. Because if you roll, you can fall.
It's more like 0.5 to 1 seconds. But it's not the fastest stride, it's just a safety stride. But yeah, we pick this picto. And
this boss.
Yeah, exactly. So look at this boss. Just be prepared.
They were warped in that cutscene transition.
Do not blink. So yeah, we destroy the shields with Lune gun magic, and then just a normal attack to destroy him. We are doing way more damages than normally on this part of the game.
And just so
this is really funny for me because Avec is such a notorious RNG struggle in every other category, but unrestricted has the stat glitch, so.
And I got
he's no issue. You got a recoat.
Yes, I do.
If only it was restricted.
Only.
Yeah, recoats are not needed in this category.
Exactly, but it's really good. It's really good in other categories. It saves a lot of times, and so it's a really great weapon.
We are in the overworld, which separates multiple region and area, and we are forced to go to the camp, which we're gonna skip really fast. Otherwise, we are soft locked, so we have to go to the camp, leave the camp, and we can go to the next area.
Exactly. So just
the game just won't let you advance until you camp. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a possibility to skip Avec altogether, but doing that just blocks you from doing a camp, so soft lock. That's why we have to do this boss. And right there, when I enter the flying waters, the next dungeon, I will do a menu during a cutscene, sorry, and I will put Dead Energy 2.
Yeah, action point, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Allows you to do some abilities.
Yeah, and second thing, it gives you a 10% damage bonus on everything.
Wait.
And here, right there, you saw me pick a chroma, which is the money in the game. I don't need any money in this route, but I need it for escape. Basically, picking an item, healing yourself, or changing your pictos, weapon, etc. create a save in the game, and while you're being chased by enemy, you can't have a save. So at the end of the chase, I got another save which I reload, so it will dupe this save and make the next one not disappearing, which will be really useful right after that.
Yeah, we are gonna do some shenanigans with savings.
Yeah. Saves is a very strange property in this game with how they work. As soon as sorry, you loaded this previous save that you just made, right?
Yeah. I did.
Yeah. So as soon as you load a save, the next save the game makes is protected and won't be overwritten. Normally, when saves are made, you have to be very careful. They'll be overwritten by the next autosave that's made. So here he goes into the manor and gets Mael.
Because we were looking for Mael, by the way.
Yeah. Now he's going to load this protected save that didn't get overwritten because it was made after he reloaded the game. And now then he exits the door, and as it's fading out, he loads the save with Mael, and it teleports the party out if timed correctly.
Normally you'd have to fight the curator, which was protecting Mael, and you should have learned to jump around attacks, but we skipped that already, and we gained like a lot of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we are gonna go to another boss, but we're gonna skip another boss by doing some out-of-bound parkour.
Exactly.
It's gonna be quite fun.
Forging something.
Because normally you should fight like Goblu.
Yeah, this skip is really fun.
Yeah. And we're gonna skip Goblu, which is a really fun boss, by the way. Good music and good moveset.
Sadly, you can't listen to it in this run, so yeah. Just look for the run.
A lot of music.
Yeah, sadly. That's the only downside of this run.
Okay, there it goes. It's quite precise, by the way. Oh. And there is some...
the hardest part of this skip is the start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, if you see name or nickname using an attack while landing from a jump, it's normal. Because otherwise, if we do a jump from up top to lower places, we're gonna do a roll, which sometimes can misplace us. So if you attack by landing on the floor, you stick to your place, and it's way easier to manage.
We'll do a safety save just in case.
Yeah, you're right. Because this part is quite stressful.
Yeah, if you fall here, it's bad.
It's soft lock and back from 45 seconds time loss.
Yeah, and you can feel like you are swimming on this work sometimes.
Yep.
So this skip skips the Go Blue fight. And yes, we could nuke Go Blue with our high stats, but this skip saves a lot of just pathing time, and yeah, it's way faster than fighting Go Blue, I think. Even with
quite a lot of walking to do.
Stat glitch.
In fact, we can't one shot Go Blue because for whatever reason, Go Blue has a lot of HP, like way more than the next bosses.
Trust him.
That's actually insane.
And we are gonna upgrade our first weapon, which is Loon weapon, so she can do more damage, obviously. And it's really important for an upcoming boss, which we already talked about. But we have precise stats, precise picto, and precise weapon to one-shot this boss.
So you'll notice name reloaded his save there again. That's so that this save that gets made right here is protected. And that save is actually going to be important for the very end of the run. In Act 3, there's a point where you have to talk to all your party members, but in this category, we skip getting CL and Monoko entirely, so the game soft locks, and we have to use a save from earlier in the game to teleport our party, similarly to just how we did it with Curator Skip.
That's true.
And we'll also use that save to teleport the party with Eskie out once Eskie is acquired here, instead of having to run out of the nest.
Yeah, because normally, in order to get Eskie, you're supposed to go to the J12 village and get the password, but it's quite long. You have the arena to do, to getting CL. We are just gonna go out of bound. First of all, we're gonna go out of bound to get this Picto, which is really important. It's energizing start.
This jump is very hard. Nice.
This will be useful.
Yeah, so energizing stars 3 key, which gave.
That's probably the hardest movement that Name has to do in the run besides windmill.
Yeah.
I think.
It's really hard because we have like 1 or 2 pixels to get up every time I do a jump, you know?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
So you gave Energizing Start 3 to Lune, which gives her 1 more AP, and it's crucial for the next fight, which is Francois. And we are out of band and looking out, it's quite dark, looking out for a trigger that starts the fight with Francois.
Exactly.
Yeah, this skip is very interesting to watch. Hopefully keep your eyes peeled, maybe turn the brightness up on your monitor.
I will do that for the people watching. Because otherwise it won't be fun.
That guy is a showman.
I lose a bit of time, but it's a really cool.
Worth.
Of course, the rock didn't push me.
It is quite
yeah. So Name was trying to have a more optimal landing, like higher up on these ledges, and now he's having to do some weird movement from the bottom. But there he goes. Okay.
But soon you will see the best character in the game, so it's fine.
And then, the way the trigger for Francois works, it extends underground and all the way down here. Name's going to go ahead and put the settings back to normal.
We are back to normal.
What the fuck? Oh. I had a bit of a problem, but it's okay, should be good. And that's what you should see, right? Like, absolutely nothing. Just for you people, I will put the game in the right graphics.
So we have Francois coming in. So we have 5 AP, which allows us to destroy Francois' shield, and the last thing, an attack which one-shots him because of the stats we got. So well done, we beat Francois.
GG's.
GG's. Yeah, this game has gone through a lot over the short time since its release. Like Francois Skip on its own had like 3 different variations. Like at one point we were clipping through the wall and running to him directly. We were always going out of bounds initially to Skip having to get the password.
Questions I have.
But yeah, there was ways to do it before that didn't involve going into the abyss.
Yeah.
but that's the fastest way.
As you can see, we have CL talking. Even though we didn't get her, she is crucial for some cute scene and some dialogue. So she appears anyway, but we can't play her.
So the only reason we came to get Francois was to get Esquier. So Esquier has just been acquired. We did the Francois fight and then went to talk to Esquier. Now he's loading this protected save I mentioned earlier, and then loads the save that just got Esquier, and as it's loading in, mashes square and enters Flying Waters. And now the party we have here is the one he just loaded with Esquier.
Yeah. Little load warp. We are gonna get a new picto on the way, which is, I think, Energizing Start 1, which is the same as
Chroma Elixir right here to make a save. He's gonna save some distance here and load that and pick this up while loading. You can use. These are wrong warps, by the way. This is what a wrong warp is when you transport something to another save, basically. Like whether it's a party to a different location or an item to a different location.
So here we are forced to go to a camp again. So we go to the camp and we're gonna go. I think we're gonna upgrade our weapons here.
No, it's a bit
not yet.
Yeah,
later.
The next camp.
So we skip the camp and we were really close to the next area, which is around the end of Act 1. So we're gonna go ahead for that.
So we're in Stonewave Cliff. This is the part which every runners hates in this game because we have the most ANG boss, whatever categories you play. We don't like this boss. Like no one liking this, but I was a bit early on the jump. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so what Name's doing? With these cutscene menus during the cutscenes is he's pressing the menu button start, and then shortly after you press that button, you can still put in other inputs. So you press start and then a brief delay, hold forward and jump, and you can move forward and menu at the same time. And it's very useful because cutscene fade outs last like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And so you can fit entire small menus into that time and make the menus 0 time. That's all. And the fact that you can do something after you open the pause menu is actually how Stat Glitch works as well. He's opening the pause menu and then interacting with the flag
You haven't
shortly
seen
after.
that much, but we have to be really careful about enemies because if they see us, they're gonna go for us by walking. That was close, and they are trying to touch us in order to create a fight. But we don't want to fight them, so we have to dodge them. Except for a few fights, which we will see soon enough. We want to have in order to make Picto progress. Because if you use a Picto, which we just got, Initiative, which is a really good Picto, which allows us to play first
That's right,
with the characters that hold it. And if you have this Picto equipped and you do 4 fights, then you can unlock it for all your characters, which will be important for later games, later fight.
And this
the first strike Picto is probably the best Picto in the game.
Yeah, nothing close to it because yes, you have the first strike, of course, but you also have a passive like energy, dead energy too, which is plus 10% damage. Like it's not written in the description, like dead energy too, but it is 10% damage.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, there are 4 Pictos that have hidden damage buffs. First strike, dead energy 2, teamwork, and I forget the 4th one, but yeah, there's 4 Pictos that you can find you can find what I'm talking about somewhere on the internet. But yeah, they give 10% hidden damage and they don't talk about it. So we actually use that in the speed run. We will put on first strike or dead energy 2, especially just for that damage buff. Like we don't need dead energy 2 but for the AP usually. But the 10%
there, we got
extra
some
damage
polished
is...
Chroma Catalyst, which will allow us to increase our weapons, which we'll do later on. So we have a really good weapon for Loon. So we pick that up on the way, not losing time. And we have a new out of bound, which is the cave skip, I think is the name, in order to skip a lot of walking and going towards the Lamp Master, which is the boss of the area.
Oops, forgot to jump, whatever.
Going over an invisible wall here, and this is an area by Lampmaster. Normally you have to run through the cave and then all the way up to right by Lampmaster and then kind of track sideways from there. But doing this out of bounds, we can come to this secret-ish area directly and then climb up this rope and take a much more direct path to Lampmaster.
Yeah, it's way faster. Otherwise it's really a really long cave. Quite deep, and you lose a lot of time just walking there.
Yeah, one downside of these caves is that you hear right now that I will have 2 musics playing at the same time because I just keep a trigger which change the music, so the game doesn't know where am I right now. So until I reload the save, I will have 2 music playing at the same time.
Oh, it's gonna be soon enough. Okay, we are going to Lamp Master. Second fight with a lot of RNGs. We're gonna destroy the first phase with Loon, which is the only character we choose in the party. We can play twice because we have a lot of agility, and we have the Picto that allows us to play first. And now Lampmaster has an attack, and it's a bad RNG.
What's the worst attack, by the way?
The slowest one.
Yep. And Meister Parry. Nope, whatever.
It's okay.
Yeah, that is the hardest move to parry in the entire
it's quite tough,
speed run of any category. That move is particularly cursed.
Which is whatever.
Okay, we win. Because we burned the Lamp Master, and the burning effect scales on our damages. And we have a lot of damages, so we have a lot of burning effect. And we skip the animation, and now we have Gustav fighting an old man with white hair which are black. So if you guys have played the game, you know that this is not a fun part of the game.
Something's going on up there. Escape! Get us up there!
Oh,
By the
also,
way, it's a gimmick fight. Oh, yeah, it's Ciel. By the way, Ciel is maybe a DLC character because we can't see him in this one, so I think it's DLC.
Oh, it's a preview, I think, for the DLC.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Gustav fighting the white-haired man to protect Mael.
Gustav one-shots the white-haired man here, and
so we skip a bunch of things.
That's the end of Act 1.
Yeah. And don't worry, guys. Gustav totally won this fight for sure.
Yeah.
His hair got a little bit longer.
Yeah.
He did a new haircut.
If you already watch animes, like it's just a transformation.
So we're gonna upgrade Loon weapons. Yeah, that's right.
Last time.
I was missing it. So we go to sleep. Yeah, you have to be careful when you go to the bonfire, because sometimes it forces you into an animation. So you have to choose the go to sleep to go forwards. And now we are going into art stuff.
Yep. This
Battlefield skip.
Yeah.
So normally at this point in the game, you would be. So what are you doing right there, actually, Dame?
I need to basically when we escape camp. No, not escape, but exit the camp. I need to reload one save, and the game will delay the next save anyway. So I need to just walk a bit so I can mount on the SK, do another picto save, and then reload it so it won't be erased. And I will going right there on this little rock to start the battlefield skip.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an SK mount transfer.
Yeah.
So where Name was with at SK on that rock slide, he would not be able to dismount. But in order to move through that area, he needs to be as Verso. So he's performing what's called a mount transfer. It's a very specific, kind of difficult to execute process at first. It's not worth me describing in detail. But now he's Verso, and he's going to need to do some specific movement. Okay, it looks like he needs to reposition on the rock. I think this is a very precise spot you need to be in. Like the connection between where you need SK to be and there's where you can get to with SK and where it'll work for Verso to move from. It's a very specific spot, so he's gonna. Oh, never mind. Sorry, he did it successfully. I saw a little positional change, and I was like, "Oh, is this a fail?" No, this was actually a completely successful skip.
Yep.
We are out of bound, but we can quite easily soft lock if we go too far on the left or too far on the right. So Name has to be
so
really
that little movement with Verso was very necessary. He moved to a slightly different spot and then did another mount transfer to bring SK back. And now all this movement is just with SK, and now he's back in bounds.
So this fight we can dodge, but we have to do this because for some reason it will create hitbox for a bridge, which shouldn't happen normally, but it happens, and we can use that to skip another thing, which is
Gosh, your shots.
Yeah, no need more shots. So right there,
Monoko skip.
Exactly. Normally, you can't go past those trees.
So this weapon's going to be used for Verso. Yeah, and this bridge spawns after you trigger that fight. So you got the sword and you got this invisible bridge from triggering that fight. For some reason, yeah, no one knows. It's just if you trigger that fight, this bridge spawns. And then he makes a save on top of the bridge and then reloads the save so that it disappears and he drops down onto the cliffside.
A bit.
Now we are going to skip the Monoko station and Monoko.
Yep, so we skipped Battlefield and Dualies, so now we're skipping Monoko.
But what happens when we skip
clean
Monoko?
movement there.
We
There's some
don't
very
learn
specific
about gradient
lines.
attack.
Yep, you don't learn gradient attack because no Monoko fight or Stalact fight, and you don't learn gradient counters because no fight at the start of Battlefield, the Chalier.
That could be an issue, but we have a way around, which is destroying enemies faster than attacks. Obviously.
Unrestricted doesn't need to worry about needing to have gradient counters. Yeah, the bosses don't have time to use gradient attacks.
Yeah, and the bosses at the end of the game are more scripted, and the few that attacks always the same abilities at first, so it's okay.
So there's something annoying that can happen with the menus in this game. Sometimes you can't really get your inputs in. Name had to cancel out and reopen his menu, unfortunately, there.
Yep.
But what he was doing there, right now he's performing Old Lumiere skip now. So we're skipping three things back to back to back. He's going to climb up this house in a very specific way and then perform another SK mount transfer, just like you saw in Battlefield. the old Lumiere skip are going to have even more SK mount transfers. Now, this is one I'm more familiar with. The category I run has this, but it doesn't have battlefield skip, because in restricted, it's still worth it to go to battlefield. But in unrestricted, it's not worth it. You skip everything you can.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we just skip back-to-back battlefield and Modoko and then old Lumiere.
And it's not really very visual right there, but when I do a save and I want to mount transfer, I have like really little time between my reload and my execution, like less than 1 second. It's really hard to do.
Yeah, you can't miss.
Yep.
Also, something we haven't said, but around battlefield, normally there is some coral barrier which we can't go through. This is the only one that is really a barrier. After that, they are just for show, and we can just swim through it, and that will happen soon enough.
Yeah, the first one got a nick box. The other one are just details in the runs.
Yeah, just graphism.
Exactly.
Okay, you got it.
So it will be like 5 transfer in a row, with a lot of softlock between them. We can softlock a lot in this game, because for sure we are not supposed to be there right now or ever. So a lot of softlock can happen.
So he's menuing there to make a save, and then performing one last SK mount transfer.
Basically, when you see him swapping pictures or something like that, it's for creating a save, which you can see in the lower left part of your screen.
And we're through. And just a little bit more out of bounds movement, and we'll be off to Mask Keeper.
So what happens next? Normally you have to fight Renoir, but also 2 Axons in order to be able to reach the Paintress. But we don't fight Renoir, so we go for an Axon, which is Visage, the first one out of 2. But 1 will be enough for some reason, because the game didn't register that we didn't fight Renoir and kind of panic and just gave us the go for the next part of the game. So let's go
the game gives you the barrier breaker once we defeat Mask Keeper, because we didn't fight Renoir 1. And yeah, it just gets very confused. It's nice. Yeah, when Old Lumiere skip was discovered, that we were just excited to skip Renoir 1, but then it turns out we were skipping the entire Seren dungeon as well because of this.
Also, remember, we have an overtuned Loon, but we want our other character to be overtuned. So if you remember the stat glitch we did earlier, we are going to do that again, but for another character.
Yes. My menu got a bit strange because...
Yeah, it's weird. Okay.
It was... whatever. But before that, I need to learn a skill on Verso, a very cool skill, which is Paradigm Shift. You only see this skill in this run.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain what it does. So Paradigm Shift for Verso is basically 1 PA attack, so it's not really expensive, but it also gives you 3 hits, which is really good because we hit for a lot, but we are restricted by 10,000 damages, so 3 hits is always good, better than 1 hit, which is the same damage. And also it gives you back 4 AP, so you can have a lot of AP and you can still keep spamming attacks with Verso, which is gonna be our next biggest DPS in the run after Loon. So we are gonna do a new stat glitch for Verso, quite precise while walking towards Visage.
Yep, and in this case we were using defense instead of luck, so the weapon scales better with defense.
Yeah.
Now he's getting negative vitality to balance out those points. With Loon, we got negative defense because we were using luck, and you're able to move 99 per input on the bottom 3 stats, but on the top 3 stats, you're only able to move, in this case, 36 at a time, but he has enough time. You'll see where just before he gets here, he gets to positive points available and finishes the process. So vitality is the best thing to go into the negatives with, but with Loon at the start, you don't have time.
Oh,
Let's see how
also,
this
we are
fight
fighting
goes.
Visage with one less eye.
Yeah, notice how you can't see some things.
Yeah.
So we have one attack to parry. We have one attack to parry. We don't have choice, but it's always the same attack, and it's quite easy to avoid. You parry the first one, and then you just jump over the other attack, and then the third one. It's quite readable. And name practice for it, obviously. Yeah, you just train. Also, you just saw something. With Verso, we choose to fail the QTE. Normally, it gives you 20% more damages, but we don't care. We fail that, it's faster, and we still have enough damage to kill the village.
Yeah, with the energizing start Pictos, he has just enough to finish him off. Every single shot is doing max damage, and every single hit of the 4-hit paradigm shift is doing max
whatever
damage.
For 20 more %, we are already at max damage.
Yeah.
That's great.
Plus, another thing that is really interesting is that Visage is not phase 1 of Masskeeper. Visage and Masskeeper are two enemies. So basically, when we kill Masskeeper, Visage, sorry, we get from dead energy 2-3 AP back. That's why my Verso was 9 AP and not 7 AP. So
nice.
we really need to kill this guy with a counter. So everything's fall in place.
Okay, so we are coming into fighting Paintress, so that's the end of the game, right?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
Nothing more to do.
So yeah, as I told you before, we only had to fight one Axon, then the game kind of freaked out and gave us the barrier breaker so we can go to Paintress, as normally we shouldn't have been able to do that. And let's go for a long sequence of walking.
We could fight Siren instead of Masskeeper. There's a cool skip in the Siren dungeon. It's just Siren's still way slower than Masskeeper is just a very direct path you can take to him.
But I love.
I think swimming there is much shorter too.
So you saw little optimizations that Name did while jumping and rolling, which is slower than walking. He did some menu, so he just swapped Verso and Loon off his team and just add Mile, which I remind you, Mile is our least leveled up character so far, and we need that for the next fight against Paintress, because we want our least fast character against Paintress, because Paintress is sort of a gimmick fight, and we just need Paintress to play 3 times in order to finish the fight. So we take the slowest character. Also, what lovely feat.
Yeah.
So Mile's going to be stat glitched before Renoir 2. And Loon was stat glitched at the start of the run, and Versa was just stat glitched at Masskeeper. And then so Mile's very slow right now, but soon she'll be very fast.
Keep that in mind, yeah. We love Mile, don't worry, we love her.
But yeah, we'll be glitching out defense just like Verso. And they'll all be doing max damage for the R2 and Paintress fights. And Mile will also be prepared for big damage on Renoir 3 with the damage cap removed.
Exactly.
So, we are now in the Monolith, which will be 10 minutes walk, I think.
Why did it help us?
Not much to say, except that you are going to optimize your walking, like jumping up top rocks, because there are a lot of rocks and they slow you down a lot. And also just processing, avoiding enemies while jumping and rolling, like now, swapping your team. But not much to say except for that.
Yeah, basically the Monolith is the time in the game where you're revisiting every places that you go through in your adventure. So you get a bit nostalgic, like, oh yes, I've seen this place, those enemies, etc., etc. But of course here in this speedrun we didn't see a lot of places. So it's also a place where you start to understand more the story of the game. Everything is it's shown to you. So
you have some sort of souvenir in black and white showing up, and showing some story of a woman, which should be the paintress, and some kids, and your characters are making assumptions as what is going on. It's quite interesting. You should play the game, by the way.
Climb skip there.
Yeah, I just
Jumping
keep
up the wall.
Yeah, I skip a ledge. Otherwise, you got a small animation. It's not too much, but you got like 3 ledge in the game. It's like a 6 seconds time save. And I got the good RNG because the enemy riser can be on the right or the left.
Yeah, it depends on the internal clock of the game, right?
Yes, exactly.
So it's quite RNG somehow. So yeah,
if anyone wants to find a skip for the monolith area in Clair Obscura,
will be really
I will pay you with kindness.
Yeah.
Is there a bounty or something?
Oh, you want to put some booty?
No, I've got both. I ran the game for a week, guys. I don't care. I just love it.
Yeah,
you guys
I just want to highlight how basically the entire run has been non-stop, like skips, stat glitch, fast fight. There like we had a vac, curator skip, go blue skip, Stonewave Cliff skip, fast Lampmaster, battlefield skip, Badoko skip, Old Lumiere skip, Mass Keeper, and now we have the Monolith Marathon, like over 10 minutes of running.
The runner
it's
can
crazy.
Here.
It's crazy that there's no skip in the Monolith when the rest of the game has been split apart. And it's just due to how the area is structured. Like, you can get out of bounds in the Monolith. It's just none of the ways we've been able to get out of bounds have proven useful because the area just kind of, it doesn't connect that well.
You have like a 100 meter differences between the lowest part of the monolith and the highest part, and you have a huge void between the two entities. So we can't skip it. We need a mega jump, but we can't find one until now. At least.
But game is pretty and nice music.
Yeah, but I want skips.
That's that. I want skips.
Husband?
Skips for breakfast.
Yeah.
You can never have too many
have to
skips.
be careful about enemies.
That's right.
It's alright. It's alright. And you see name jumping a lot here because there are a lot of stuff on the floor, and it's an issue. Really, I can't stress enough how you can be locked on a small rock on the floor. It's quite crazy.
Yeah, there's some vicious pebbles in the run.
Yeah. Here you're gonna do a small optimization by falling down and rolling. You're gonna do some menuing. But yeah, this is most of what you can do on this part of the game.
Another menu during a fall. So like I was talking about before with a name is shown many times throughout the run with the cutscene menuing. Jumping into a cutscene as you're menuing. You can also just do that when you're jumping off a ledge. And he's done that in many different places as well. Just opening the menu and jumping shortly after before the menu loads in. You're able to, like he's doing it right here, look.
Yes. Oops.
And as he's coming out of the menu, finishing the dodge roll animation, so that whole jump off the ledge just played out while the menu was happening.
Exactly.
So here you can see some parts we dodged, like Monaco Station, which is quite rich actually.
Yep.
Still a souvenir.
So, were you putting Energizing Start 1 Lumina on everyone?
No, I did not. I just put Energy Start 3 on Verso to get 1 more AP, just to be a bit more safe. But otherwise, it's not really needed. But I just put Energizing Start 3 and 1 on Lune because we will need those for very
for Stormcaller.
Cool. Yeah, a really cool skill.
Yeah, so we're restricted by the damage cap in this run, especially in unrestricted. Like, getting damage is no issue, so AP is everything.
Well,
that's why Energizing Start 1, Energizing Start 3 are the only pictos that Name went out of his way for. And here in these upcoming fights, he's going to use this ability called Stormcaller, which lets us effectively double the amount of hits we're going to get. Because after Loon casts Stormcaller, every single shot that hits Renoir 2 or Paintress will also proc Stormcaller. and every hit will do max damage because of
Also,
the ridiculous stats.
Also, for the fight with Renoir, we have to be careful about something. We'll talk about that when we get there. But you don't want to go further than 50% of his health with the first character, which is Loon. Otherwise, he's gonna trigger a second phase, which heals him and make him do attacks, and we don't want either of that to happen. So we'll time our damages in order to finish him in one phase and not having him go to second phase. And now we have Mael overtuning.
Yeah, just so you know how much damage I'm putting on Mael. On the right side of the screen, you can see attack power, and I'm like more than 200k right now. So yeah, she's really buffed right now.
Yeah, she's gonna be cracked. But we all know
any
already
huge
that Mael's
casual Clair Obscura fans in the chat right now, just like, come on, man.
cracked. She's cracked enough already.
Sorry, guys.
278,000 attack power, level 21.
It is a long walk, so you make do with the walk you have to do.
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay.
All right, we're arriving at the end soon. Keep in mind that you need
Renoir
to have
2 is coming up.
positive
He's
points at the end.
just like the other stat glitches. Name is lined it up to the right values to have enough for what he needs, but also to be able to finish the process right before he gets there. I think this one needs a bit of a comfortable range to finish.
You can stop at around 80k, but I'm just doing every time a bit more just in case for later. Not really important, but yeah.
The stat glitch is just interacting with the flag in a very weird way and then overloading your stats.
All right. So this fight is going to be quite tricky. We're going to have Loon using a Stormcore, so it triggers 2 hits instead of 1 every time we hit the enemy. Then we have Mael attacking Renoir, but not more than 50%, so Renoir doesn't trigger his second phase, which I talked about earlier. And then Verso can just finish him with a huge attack, which triggers Storm Calling, and we destroy Renoir in one phase.
Nothing is coming.
Yep. That's Une vie est aimée ending. And T-pose.
I hope you like the T-pose, guys. Just for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we just missed us on one of the best songs, but whatever. Okay, so we are coming into Paintress, which is our goal, right? It's our main goal.
She's there.
Oh yeah, basically the giant Paintress was just a puppet, so we will fight the real Paintress right now. We just learned at the start of the monolith that the big one wasn't a real one. And we have a really cool arena right there.
Yeah, and Paintress is a 3-phase fight. We can't avoid any of the phases. The first phase is a normal Paintress, I'd say. Phase 2 is a big puppet coming back to life to eat us. And third phase, you'll see, but it's calmer. So here you have to be quite precise because the hitbox of Paintress is quite small, and yeah, be careful with your fluctuating.
Yeah, so Meteor, we want as much possible Meteor hitting either Lune or Verso.
Yeah, because every time you parry Meteor, you gain 1 AP, and we want AP for all the DPS characters we're gonna use.
Got a bit unlucky.
Okay, we are heading to phase 2.
Up T-pose, second time.
And you let her have a turn there for a reason, right? Because you want to avoid a phase 2 turn.
Exactly. Otherwise...
Yeah, because remember, there is an attack that Paintress does, which is a gradient attack, but we didn't learn how to parry that. Luckily, we are gonna kill her way faster than she is gonna attack us. Yeah, Verso is cracked.
That's beautiful.
And that's phase 2. But phase 3 is Paintress somehow trying to heal us, help us now.
Yeah, very strange.
Why is
we are
that?
enemies, right?
That's weird. Okay, we finish her, and that's the end of Act 2. Well done.
Right
okay,
now,
so what's happening
Yeah,
now?
very solid run from Name so far.
Yeah.
And we're at the end now.
Exactly.
We're about to perform Camp Skip. Like I mentioned earlier, we skipped getting Ciel and Monoko entirely. And at this point in the game, after we progress through the manor and Lumiere, the encounter with real Renoir,
By the way, you have a creator
you have to talk to. Oh yeah,
the
game is glitched out because we skipped Curator. Now Curator's here. You can actually enter that fight with Alicia.
Exactly.
And win. It just takes like 30 minutes.
Yeah, in this part of the story, we are back to a memory from Mael or Alicia, whatever. We won't spoil too much of the story, but you'll learn a few things, like that the main enemy wasn't really the Paintress, but maybe someone else. You'll see at the end.
Although, I'll fight this, can you handle that?
Yeah, so we skipped CL because we skipped getting the password in Gestural Village, and we skipped Monoko since we skipped Monoko Station. And at this point in the game, you have to talk to all of your party members at the camp before the game allows you to sleep. So to get around that, we're going to do another wrong warp. We're going to load that save that Name made after exiting Flying Waters. And he actually duped it again during Old Lumiere skip, because during this run you make so many saves that even though he protected that save, he's going to reach the 40 save limit and that save will get overwritten anyways. So during Old Lumiere skip, he actually loaded it again and made another save. There's like the save managing stuff you have to do in this run, basically.
Also,
and he's going to use it here.
We just got the painted power picto, which is amazing for the end of the run. It allows us to go further than the 10,000 limit to the damages we do. And remember that Mael is totally cracked, and we're gonna equip her with this picto to do a load of damages. You'll see, it's quite impressive.
So notice the playtime 14 minutes 49 seconds. We're gonna go finish the game with Gustav.
Gustav is back in the team, guys.
Yeah, Gustav is back. Let's go. Woo-hoo! And he's gone.
And he's gone.
Sorry, guys.
He has more screen time than Ciel and Monoko combined, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only does this skip needing to get the party members, it's just way faster than talking to all of them anyways, and it skips the animation that you normally get, like flying unlocked. That doesn't play. You just immediately get to fly with Esquier.
Yeah, we are in Act 3, so we unlocked the flying ability for Esquier, which is amazing, by the way. Play the game, guys. And we are going to the end of the game with fantastic music for the ending. I love it.
And we are seeing her again. The windmill, guys.
Yep. That damn windmill.
Yeah, it's right there.
These expeditioners are...
So we have nothing to do right there. We don't have anybody to overtune because they are all cracked now. We don't have anything to pick up on the way. It's basically walking towards the ending, just making sure not to trigger any enemies and to use the best trajectory.
Yeah. The
last third of this run, it's just all about movement.
And the last enemy is the real final boss. Like the one who can kill every PBs and world record. My Nemesis is coming not too long. I hate this enemy.
Yeah, there are two things coming in though before the last fight. So your Nemesis obviously, and a fourth fight which we can leave. We'll see that later. But you can enjoy the Lumiere night fight. It's quite a good scene to watch.
And the music is pure cinema too.
Yeah, I think it's really fit for a speedrun. It's really epic. But usually at this point you already know if you have a PB or not, except for the crab.
The crab. My name is this.
Oh, can you show us the opera, by the way?
Oh yes, I can. I can do that.
Especially because we know who Sophie is, because we played her.
But we didn't dance with her, so we won't have Sophie on the opera. But we got.
Oh, that's
we got
true.
you.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah. Sadly, yeah, because on the opera you can have a specific painting on the roof. But only
so here comes the Nemesis. He has a huge hitbox. He wants to fight you. We want to dodge him. It's quite close.
Yeah.
And we did it. Well done.
You can see his leg there a little bit in the camera.
It's definitely not easy. It seems easy. It's not. You have to be quite precise with your jump here.
Just so you know, this guy killed a lot of world recon and PBs, like really a lot. This enemy is really in a quite tricky location, so it's hard to dodge.
He moves fast, and then you can see. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, but we like Sophie. Alright. So the game is mixing up like memories and stuff. You should definitely play the game and read the story and pay attention. We won't be spoiling it too much here, trying not to actually. But there are a lot of emotional things going on in the game.
Like Axon's their papa's creation.
Yeah, I really hope this wins Game of the Year. It deserves it. It'll win Music of the Year, I think, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Almost there.
It's the best Final Fantasy since FF10.
That's true. Oh, whatever.
It's fine. Okay, coming to an end. Oh, by the way, there is a merchant. There are merchants in this game in so weird locations. It's crazy. Also, the game has a lot of humor in it. It's really good.
Somewhere past the garden.
Yeah, basically the guy you see right there is called a Gestrel, and they are a friendly race in this game, which help you. So really
you're
good
right.
guys.
We haven't seen any Gestrel. That's true.
We have seen one in SK's nest, but we just keep the guy, not even talking to him. But it's better than talking to him because we are very aggressive with him.
So here is coming your almost last fight, the Creation. I don't know the name in English though. The Creation, I think it is.
Yeah. It is.
Which is a boss, but we can skip it. So we are just gonna play the game, and the hitbox of the boss won't be loaded for a bit, and we can just run past it.
That's it.
Well played.
Really
and we are going to the last fight.
The final boss.
And remember that Mael is cracked. Remember that.
Even I can sense him.
And I need Mael only because otherwise, after I do my skill, the second character need to pass his turn for whatever reason. So we want only one character here.
We don't need more. So you're gonna do an attack, you're gonna lose the Q, we don't care. So the damages are enough to one-shot the first phase, but second phase is healed. But keep in mind that the enemy is burning right now. He is burning, 3 burns on him. Look at that.
Yeah, this is actually very funny. It's the burn will proc?
Yep.
he's done. He's dead, but he still gets to summon his canvas.
Yeah, he has the right.
He can't stop that. Yeah.
There is one way to skip this animation, but it's way too tricky to do.
Yeah, in this category, yeah. Some glitchless routes are able to actually skip this, funnily enough.
Yeah.
But
it's not worth it and unrestricted to set that up.
He's gonna do one last move.
Yeah.
Not this time.
That is so cool. But it's not the end. That is the last boss, but it's not the end.
So at the end of the run, after the big baddie, we have to decide whether to fight as Verso or Mael. And every speedrunner ever is going to pick Mael, I think? You pick Mael, right?
Yeah, I pick Mael.
Yeah. I guess you could pick Verso since he's stat glitched.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have painted power on. Yeah, so every category has painted power on Mael, so we're always going to pick Mael.
So time is coming soon too, at the end of the fight. When I press the X one more time, so you prepare, and time.
And well played.
GG.
Thank you.
GG.
Nice, really nice.
Smash the estimate.
Even with the windmill skip.
It was. I trained a lot.
Yeah, it would have been sub-hour with windmill.
Yeah, easily. Like, it was a really
that
good
was
run.
a really clean run.
And your world record is 58 minutes RTA, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. 58-16 or something.
So this was a very good run.
Exactly. Without windmill, so I'm losing like 2 minutes and a half. So I'm like 1 minute 50 seconds behind world record in RTA. So it's really not that bad. Oh, sorry. I will skip that because not too much spoiler. Sorry.
We go for story in our speedruns.
It's a speedrun.
But guys, play the game, please.
Yeah. Let me get something more soft to watch. Yes, that should be soft, like credits. Right, so I hope everyone enjoys this category, this run of Clair Obscura. I need to thank everybody for the invitation. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, everyone on the GDQ working in the staff or everything else. I also need to thank my two commentators, Iluvan and Pete Wesson, for coming. Really, thank you guys. It was really, I really appreciate that you commentate my run. And I also need to do a little shout out to my Frenchies who helped me for this route, because this route, we have a French game done by a French runner, but it's also a French route done by four runners together. So it was Yokai, Flestenix, Samos and I, and so this route is entirely a French. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
It's just really crazy how much we were able to break apart this game in the course of how many months?
It's been like
6 months, I think.
6 or 7 months, yeah.
6 or 7, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it came out in end of April.
Exactly.
Huge shout outs to everyone that spent a lot of time finding stuff and working things out. It's just, it's crazy how broken this game is.
Yeah, shout out to all the community, and especially also Cardinal and Snuggle for all the skip, because without them this category won't exist ever.
That was phenomenal. You've already mentioned it, but to see how broken apart this game has become in, as you said, 6 months is just incredible. That was such a fantastic showcase. Thank you all so much for bringing this to Fast Travel. Chat, please give it up for name or nickname. That was just incredible. Where can people find you?
People can find me on my Twitch channel. You just have to type name or nickname. That's basically where I'm streaming. I'm streaming a bit of an erratic schedule, but you can see me for American people during the afternoon, basically.
Yeah, I want to say name or nickname is the current record holder for 2 of the most ran categories: unrestricted, what we just watched, and glitchless. So if you want to watch a run that doesn't have any of the skips or stat glitch stuff, glitchless. And he's also currently working to take my record, the middle ground between unrestricted and glitchless, restricted, and I think he's going to soon. You really should check him out if you are interested in this.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Speedrun.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much. That is going to be it for today's episode of Fast Travel. I hope you really enjoyed this French edition. Now, we are back next week in our usual time slot on a Friday from 7 p.m. EST. And we are taking a big old hop across the ocean. We are going somewhere a little closer to GDQ's home. Not close to my home, but much closer to GDQ's home. Just a little country up north from the US called Canada. We've got 3 Canadian speedrunners running 3 games linked to Canada. They're not all necessarily developed in Canada, but all associated with Canada. So you'll have to keep an eye on the socials to see what those games are gonna be. But this has been an absolutely fantastic showcase today. Huge props to all of the runners and all of the commentators, as always, for staying up so late. It's much later in the evening for us Europeans, so thank you to all of them for joining in. Don't go anywhere though, because coming up next we have got Passion Project by Amber Cyprian